Hello, this is Opinion Radar, and if you're a woman who's ever stood in front of the mirror holding up another disappointing swimsuit, too tight here, too sheer there, or just plain frumpy, you're not alone. Today, I'm sharing my honest take on the ZAFUL Women's High Waisted Bikini with Skirt, a suit that's been popping up in my feed and catching the attention of women who want to feel polished without compromising comfort. At $33, it promises a flattering fit, thoughtful design, and a little extra coverage where we might appreciate it in our later decades, all without looking outdated or matronly. I wasn't planning to buy anything new this summer, but something about the photos gave me hope. So, I ordered it in the deep ocean blue. No expectations. What arrived was more than just a swimsuit. It felt like a refresh on how I see myself at this stage of life. Let me tell you how it all unfolded. Now, let me tell you, after years of dreading swimsuit season, feeling like I had to choose between sensible coverage and something that didn't scream grandma at the pool, I finally found a suit that makes me feel both comfortable and put together. The ZAFUL High Waisted Bikini with Skirt is a total game changer. I'll be honest, I was skeptical at first. $33 for a two-piece that claims to flatter, control, and still look stylish? But when it arrived, I was blown away. The material feels so much more expensive, thick, substantial, not at all the flimsy, see-through stuff you sometimes get. It's got this beautiful whip-stitch detail that gives it a designer look, and the high waist with the little skirt? Absolute genius. It gives me that smoothing effect around my midsection without squeezing me like a sausage. I actually felt confident enough to wear it poolside at my daughter's lake house without grabbing a cover-up the second I stood up. And let's be real, at our age, confidence in a swimsuit is worth its weight in gold. One of the things I love most is how practical it is for real life. I'm not doing cannonballs off the diving board, but I do like walking along the shore, dipping in and out of the water, maybe grabbing a drink by the pool. This suit stays in place. It doesn't ride up embarrassingly when I walk, and I didn't feel like I had to constantly adjust it. The skirt portion gives just enough coverage for me to feel secure, especially since mine tends to bunch or ride up in other styles. And the top? Oh, it's so flattering. It covers well, no side boob, no accidental exposure when I lean over, which is a miracle at this stage. The adjustable ties in the back mean I can get the perfect fit, and I appreciate that it doesn't gap at the sides, even when I move around. I wore it to a water aerobics class at the community center, and not only did it hold up, but several of the ladies asked where I got it. Mission accomplished. Now, as someone who's lived in her body long enough to know what works and what doesn't, I also have to be honest. If you've got a fuller backside, the bottom might run a bit snug. Some styles just aren't made for every shape, and this one skews a little more petite in the hips. I'm not what I'd call curvy in the back, so it fit me fine, but I could see it being a squeeze for others. Also, while the top offers great coverage, the padding is removable, and once you take it out, the sides can dip down a bit if you're fuller on top. I noticed that it took a little extra fiddling with the straps. They're wider and tend to twist in those little metal loops, which can be annoying. But once I got it adjusted just right, heavenly. It's not perfect, but for the price and overall fit, it's far better than most things I've tried in department stores that cost 3 times as much. What really sold me was how it made me feel. I put it on and actually said out loud, "Wow, I look good." And not in a this suit hides everything kind of way, but in a I look put together and kind of sexy way, which, let's face it, doesn't happen often after 50. My husband did a double take and said I looked like I was headed to St. Bart's. Huh, but it meant something. It's not just about vanity, it's about feeling like you still get to enjoy life, to be seen, to have fun without being self-conscious. I wore it on a recent cruise, and whether I was lounging on deck or splashing in the shallows with my granddaughter, I felt secure and stylish. And the colors? Gorgeous. I got it in that deep ocean blue, and it pops without being loud. It photographs beautifully, which I didn't even think about beforehand, but now I have actual vacation photos where I'm not hiding behind a beach towel. I've had mine through a few washes now. Gentle cycle, cold water, air dried, just like I treat my good things, and it still looks brand new. No fading, no pilling, no sagging. That tells me the fabric is quality and the construction is solid. I was half expecting it to fall apart after a few wears, given the price, but no. If anything, it's held up better than some high-end suits I've splurged on in the past. And because of that, I'm already eyeing it in another color, maybe that emerald green. They're calling me. It's that kind of suit. Functional, flattering, versatile. Whether you're going to the beach, a lakeside cabin, or just your backyard pool, it's one of those pieces that makes getting dressed easier because you know it'll work. All things considered, I'd recommend this to any woman who wants a little more coverage without sacrificing style. It's modest but not matronly, comfortable but not sloppy. It's the kind of suit that says, I'm here to enjoy myself, thank you very much, and that matters. We don't have to choose between comfort and confidence or spend a fortune to get both. At $33, it's a steal. Is it flawless? Nope. But it's real. It works for real bodies, real activities, and real life. And honestly, that's exactly what I need at this stage. I'm not trying to look 25 again. I just want to feel good in my skin, and this suit helps me do that. And if that's not a 5-star win, I don't know what is. If you're ready to make a splash without the swimwear stress, give this little number a try, and give this video a like, too. If more of us embrace feeling good in our skin, this channel will keep bringing you real reviews from real life. So don't just float by, hit subscribe, and let's dive into confidence together.